Kings stall late in shorthanded loss to Timberwolves. The Sacramento Kings fell short against the Minnesota Timberwolves, despite putting up a good fight. After upsetting the Minnesota Timberwolves at home a few weeks ago, the Sacramento Kings were looking to get another win over the star-studded conference foe. However, with Domantas Sabonis out and Zach LaVine getting injured late in the first half, the Kings ultimately fell just short. The Timberwolves bested the Kings in a 117-103 finish, but Sacramento held their own until the very end. The Kings cut the Timberwolves' lead to just 1 point in the fourth quarter, as they trailed 92-93 with about 9 minutes left. However, after that point, Minnesota outscored Sacramento 24-11. Who stood out for the Kings? With two All-Stars missing the majority of Sunday's game in Minnesota, the Kings needed help from other sources. However, not a single Kings player scored over 17 points in the loss. The Kings' help came from all over, as DeMar DeRozan, Precious Achiuwa, and Dennis Schroeder each scored 17 points apiece, while Malik Monk chipped in 16 of his own. Russell Westbrook, on the other hand, stuffed the stat sheet with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, and 3 steals. Even in a loss, the Kings put together a strong effort in Minnesota. Most notably, Sacramento's defensive effort was much improved. Keegan Murray had a career-high 6 blocks, and as a team, the Kings held the Timberwolves to 43-93, 46%, shooting from the field, and 12-37, 32%, from three-point range. Of course, Minnesota was playing without superstar guard Anthony Edwards to make their job easier, but overall, the Kings put up a good fight. Kings' injury concerns. After losing 7 of their last 8 games, the Kings will now have 3 days off before their next challenge against the Portland Trail Blazers. The team will continue to monitor their injuries, as Sabonis is expected to remain sidelined, while the severity of LaVine's ankle injury has yet to be determined. Luckily, Schroeder returned to action on Sunday after a 7-game absence and had a productive game off the bench. However, they continue to prove that they have too many mouths to feed in their backcourt. Keon Ellis went into the game with a questionable designation due to wrist soreness, and despite being upgraded to available before tip-off, he received a DNP. The Kings certainly need to figure some things out moving forward, and while injuries are not helping their case, they looked improved in some areas in Sunday's loss.